Let's learn English conversation.
That's the way I look at it, too.
That's the way I look at it, too.
How did you doing spend your holiday?
How did you doing spend your holiday?
She became more and more beautiful.
She became more and more beautiful.
Would you help me remove the refrigerator?
Would you help me remove the refrigerator?
It is just what I need.
It is just what I need.
Enough is as good as a feast.
Enough is as good as a feast.
Close the door after you, please.
Close the door after you, please.
All right. Here you are.
All right. Here you are.
I wish you hadn't cheated me.
I wish you hadn't cheated me.
Tom reads newspapers in the afternoon.
Tom reads newspapers in the afternoon.
I smelled a smell of cooking.
I smelled a smell of cooking.
What are your symptoms?
What are your symptoms?
Your company is very impressive.
Your company is very impressive.
We arrived in London this afternoon.
We arrived in London this afternoon.
I want to report a theft.
I want to report a theft.
I was listening to the radio.
I was listening to the radio.
How many provinces do you have?
How many provinces do you have?
What do you think of this one?
What do you think of this one?
Would you mind opening the window?
Would you mind opening the window?
I've spoken English all my life.
I've spoken English all my life.
I've got too much work to do.
I've got too much work to do.
Yes, we should try to contact more.
Yes, we should try to contact more.
I've never read a more stirring story.
I've never read a more stirring story.
Please don't bother me now. I'm very busy.
Please don't bother me now. I'm very busy.
She hired a car by the hour.
She hired a car by the hour.
He broke his words once again.
He broke his words once again.
I have my hair cut every month.
I have my hair cut every month.
There is a chair below the window.
There is a chair below the window.
He came to the point at once.
He came to the point at once.
It doesn't make any difference.
It doesn't make any difference.
My son has outgrown these trousers.
My son has outgrown these trousers.
Do you have any suggestions for me?
Do you have any suggestions for me?
He has quite a few friends.
He has quite a few friends.
Each man has his own name.
Each man has his own name.
What would you like for dessert?
What would you like for dessert?
You have a radio, don't you?
You have a radio, don't you?
Nothing but death can part the couple.
Nothing but death can part the couple.
Please sharpen the edge of this axe.
Please sharpen the edge of this axe.
This company is our regular customer.
This company is our regular customer.
I would like to check out.
I would like to check out.
I have just finished the book.
I have just finished the book.
My parents want me to go abroad.
My parents want me to go abroad.
I live at 1203 Washington Street.
I live at 1203 Washington Street.
This hen lays beautiful brown eggs.
This hen lays beautiful brown eggs.
Usually, I have a big breakfast.
Usually, I have a big breakfast.
Sure. We are friends since primary school.
Sure. We are friends since primary school.
Japan is to the east of China.
Japan is to the east of China.
The enemy was forced to retreat.
The enemy was forced to retreat.
You know what I'm talking about.
You know what I'm talking about.
What time are you coming back?
What time are you coming back?
He used to learn everything by rote.
He used to learn everything by rote.
Curzon Street? Isn't Mary living there?
Curzon Street? Isn't Mary living there?
I put on a bit of makeup.
I put on a bit of makeup.
I'm writing to an old friend.
I'm writing to an old friend.
I should say you've caught a cold.
I should say you've caught a cold.
I have a surprise for you.
I have a surprise for you.
To know everything is to know nothing.
To know everything is to know nothing.
My brother took a trip to Moscow.
My brother took a trip to Moscow.
I have to hang up now.
I have to hang up now.
Do you have a TV guide?
Do you have a TV guide?
You must have enjoyed yourself.
You must have enjoyed yourself.
Suppose it rains, what shall we do?
Suppose it rains, what shall we do?
He reminds me of his brother.
He reminds me of his brother.
Would you mind not spitting everywhere?
Would you mind not spitting everywhere?
It must be about 3:30.
It must be about 3:30.
What we read influences our thinking.
What we read influences our thinking.
I have never seen the movie.
I have never seen the movie.
I was late for work yesterday.
I was late for work yesterday.
Don't pull the chairs about, boys.
Don't pull the chairs about, boys.
You have a younger brother, don't you?
You have a younger brother, don't you?
Don't look at me like that.
Don't look at me like that.
When will he come to see you?
When will he come to see you?
All that glitters is not gold.
All that glitters is not gold.
I have had several conversations with him.
I have had several conversations with him.
She is sick of watching boxing.
She is sick of watching boxing.
I get hold of you at last.
I get hold of you at last.
What's the population of China?
What's the population of China?
The doctor is taking my blood pressure.
The doctor is taking my blood pressure.
Where were you on Tuesday?
Where were you on Tuesday?
What do you think about it?
What do you think about it?
It suits you to a T.
It suits you to a T.
What's the circulation of this magazine?
What's the circulation of this magazine?
Please give me a piece of pie.
Please give me a piece of pie.
I stayed and did some extra work.
I stayed and did some extra work.
We reached London this afternoon.
We reached London this afternoon.
We own 100 acres of farmland.
We own 100 acres of farmland.
Please let me check the bill.
Please let me check the bill.
We must arrive there on time.
We must arrive there on time.
Please turn in your paper before leaving.
Please turn in your paper before leaving.
The computer industry is booming.
The computer industry is booming.
How can I improve my spoken English?
How can I improve my spoken English?
She has a particular interest in painting.
She has a particular interest in painting.
We are in the SME boat.
We are in the SME boat.
Is this toothpaste on sale today?
Is this toothpaste on sale today?
Do you have any brothers or sisters?
Do you have any brothers or sisters?
That is my idea about friendship.
That is my idea about friendship.
We too finished a bottle of wine.
We too finished a bottle of wine.
He does everything without aim.
He does everything without aim.
The play may begin at any moment.
The play may begin at any moment.
The two brothers are very much alike.
The two brothers are very much alike.
You can reach me at 6,609,823.
You can reach me at 6,609,823.
We regard the matter as nothing important.
We regard the matter as nothing important.
The girl in red is his girlfriend.
The girl in red is his girlfriend.
I've been watching TV all night.
I've been watching TV all night.
May I use my credit card?
May I use my credit card?
How long will the sale last?
How long will the sale last?
Shenyang is a beautiful city.
Shenyang is a beautiful city.
I'll see what I can do.
I'll see what I can do.
Let me get back to you.
Let me get back to you.
I'm under a lot of pressure.
I'm under a lot of pressure.
And do you have friends there?
And do you have friends there?
The action lasted 3 hours.
The action lasted 3 hours.
We are sure to defeat them.
We are sure to defeat them.
What's the size of your shoes?
What's the size of your shoes?
Don't let this get you down.
Don't let this get you down.
I dropped my key somewhere about here.
I dropped my key somewhere about here.
Nothing is impossible to a willing heart.
Nothing is impossible to a willing heart.
New China was founded in L949.
New China was founded in L949.
Everything is ready now for the party.
Everything is ready now for the party.
After a pause he continued his story.
After a pause he continued his story.
We agreed to leave at once.
We agreed to leave at once.
There's a cool breeze this evening.
There's a cool breeze this evening.
She insists that it doesn't matter.
She insists that it doesn't matter.
It is about 6 o'clock now.
It is about 6 o'clock now.
I hope you'll be well soon.
I hope you'll be well soon.
Do you read advertisements too?
Do you read advertisements too?
A bad workman quarrels with his tools.
A bad workman quarrels with his tools.
Finally, we came to an agreement.
Finally, we came to an agreement.
The teacher tested us in English.
The teacher tested us in English.
Some students quit school due to poverty.
Some students quit school due to poverty.
Most games cost about that much.
Most games cost about that much.
Would you care for a drink?
Would you care for a drink?
The salve will heal slight burns.
The salve will heal slight burns.
I am a Michael Jordan fan.
I am a Michael Jordan fan.
It is no use learning without thinking.
It is no use learning without thinking.
She is a composer for the harp.
She is a composer for the harp.
He has that book, doesn't he?
He has that book, doesn't he?
Another cat came to my house.
Another cat came to my house.
I'll just play it by ear.
I'll just play it by ear.
The sun comes up in the east.
The sun comes up in the east.
It's time to tell her the truth.
It's time to tell her the truth.
What's your plan for the summer vacation?
What's your plan for the summer vacation?
I asked him a lot of questions.
I asked him a lot of questions.
My class went camping last summer.
My class went camping last summer.
Be careful not to fall ill.
Be careful not to fall ill.
It's a pain in the neck.
It's a pain in the neck.
My efforts resulted in nothing.
My efforts resulted in nothing.
Did you work all day?
Did you work all day?
Today is the first day of spring.
Today is the first day of spring.
He is commonly supposed to be foolish.
He is commonly supposed to be foolish.
I've decided not to sell the house.
I've decided not to sell the house.
This one is $800.
This one is $800.
He struck his attacker on the ear.
He struck his attacker on the ear.
When is grandparents' wedding anniversary?
When is grandparents' wedding anniversary?
I enjoyed every minute of the party.
I enjoyed every minute of the party.
No, I'm not married. I'm still single.
No, I'm not married. I'm still single.
Could you send me a doctor?
Could you send me a doctor?
You've got a great personality.
You've got a great personality.
She's going to be 15 next month.
She's going to be 15 next month.
I'd like to try on this sweater.
I'd like to try on this sweater.
John is not 45 yet, is he?
John is not 45 yet, is he?
The bill, check, please.
The bill, check, please.
I saw it with my own eyes.
I saw it with my own eyes.
What did you ask him?
What did you ask him?
That man is a teacher, isn't he?
That man is a teacher, isn't he?
What column do you like best?
What column do you like best?
I was born on September 1, 1976.
I was born on September 1, 1976.
The usher showed us to our seats.
The usher showed us to our seats.
I am on top of the world.
I am on top of the world.
I'll probably stay home and watch TV.
I'll probably stay home and watch TV.
Neither you nor he is wrong.
Neither you nor he is wrong.
I found him seated on the bench.
I found him seated on the bench.
Could you make it cheaper?
Could you make it cheaper?
What he likes best is making jokes.
What he likes best is making jokes.
You've dialed the wrong number.
You've dialed the wrong number.
There is a letter addressed to you.
There is a letter addressed to you.
Even a child can answer this question.
Even a child can answer this question.
God helps those who he 1p themselves.
God helps those who he 1p themselves.
What do you do at work?
What do you do at work?
When do you get up every day?
When do you get up every day?
How much do I owe you?
How much do I owe you?
It's 2 blocks straight ahead.
It's 2 blocks straight ahead.
What kind of furniture do you like?
What kind of furniture do you like?
This is really a nice place.
This is really a nice place.
There are 7 of us all together.
There are 7 of us all together.
This metal is harder than that one.
This metal is harder than that one.
It will take about 20 minutes.
It will take about 20 minutes.
There's something wrong with the phone.
There's something wrong with the phone.
Yes, I've just come back from Scotland.
Yes, I've just come back from Scotland.
Keep your temper under control.
Keep your temper under control.
Example is better than precept.
Example is better than precept.
Do you have any other colors?
Do you have any other colors?
He will blame you for carelessness.
He will blame you for carelessness.
He shot the lion with a gun.
He shot the lion with a gun.
Did you have a nice holiday?
Did you have a nice holiday?
Where is the nearest post office?
Where is the nearest post office?
People are always changing, aren't they?
People are always changing, aren't they?
Today is November 1st, 1963.
Today is November 1st, 1963.
We should always help each other.
We should always help each other.
My false teeth are stuck to it.
My false teeth are stuck to it.
I don't think much of the movie.
I don't think much of the movie.
Photography is an expensive hobby.
Photography is an expensive hobby.
The children are rushing about.
The children are rushing about.
They accepted responsibility for the accident.
They accepted responsibility for the accident.
We are much alike in character.
We are much alike in character.
Take me to the airport, please.
Take me to the airport, please.
I like all kinds of fruit.
I like all kinds of fruit.
I live at 203 Curzon Street.
I live at 203 Curzon Street.
Their grandchildren are grown up now.
Their grandchildren are grown up now.
I really need to lose some weight.
I really need to lose some weight.
You can go whenever you wish.
You can go whenever you wish.
How do you spend your evenings?
How do you spend your evenings?
Did you see Mr. Jones yesterday?
Did you see Mr. Jones yesterday?
This is a little something for you.
This is a little something for you.
What did he say in the letter?
What did he say in the letter?
My parents speak English perfectly.
My parents speak English perfectly.
What a lovely little girl she is.
What a lovely little girl she is.
What's the temperature today?
What's the temperature today?
Please give me a drink of water.
Please give me a drink of water.
I go downstairs and have my breakfast.
I go downstairs and have my breakfast.
This car is in good condition.
This car is in good condition.
He used to live in my neighborhood.
He used to live in my neighborhood.
You never tell the truth.
You never tell the truth.
She guided the tourists around the castle.
She guided the tourists around the castle.
I dare say you are right.
I dare say you are right.
I'm not sure I can do it.
I'm not sure I can do it.
Do you often go to a concert?
Do you often go to a concert?
Its origin is still a mystery now.
Its origin is still a mystery now.
I'd like some steak and bread.
I'd like some steak and bread.
This pencil is longer than that one.
This pencil is longer than that one.
Truth is the daughter of time.
Truth is the daughter of time.
No, I have no contact with her.
No, I have no contact with her.
It's about 1 kilometer from here.
It's about 1 kilometer from here.
This is because we feel pain.
This is because we feel pain.
I can come any time except Sunday.
I can come any time except Sunday.
I can come any day except Thursday.
I can come any day except Thursday.
Whatever you think is fine with me.
Whatever you think is fine with me.
Will you be free tomorrow evening?
Will you be free tomorrow evening?
Will that be cash or charge?
Will that be cash or charge?
What do you call this in English?
What do you call this in English?
No, I'll move to Hollywood next month.
No, I'll move to Hollywood next month.
Thanks for your flattering me.
Thanks for your flattering me.
What's the time by your watch?
What's the time by your watch?
It's only a matter of time.
It's only a matter of time.
Do I need to be hospitalized?
Do I need to be hospitalized?
How well do you know French?
How well do you know French?
Is there any sugar in the bottle?
Is there any sugar in the bottle?
Who is the lady in white?
Who is the lady in white?
Where can I go for help?
Where can I go for help?
We walk on the garden path.
We walk on the garden path.
What day is it today?
What day is it today?
I doubted whether the story is true.
I doubted whether the story is true.
It's 10:30.
It's 10:30.
I'm good at freestyle and breaststroke.
I'm good at freestyle and breaststroke.
You have to be operated on.
You have to be operated on.
He suggests you leave here at once.
He suggests you leave here at once.
Look at the mess you've made.
Look at the mess you've made.
A red tie will match that suit.
A red tie will match that suit.
Would you answer the phone, please?
Would you answer the phone, please?
They serve good food in this restaurant.
They serve good food in this restaurant.
There'll be some sport reviews on TV.
There'll be some sport reviews on TV.
He is crazy about Michael Jordan.
He's crazy about Michael Jordan.
There are many stars in the sky.
There are many stars in the sky.
They employed him as a consultant.
They employed him as a consultant.
I have an interview next week.
I have an interview next week.
Your life is your own affair.
Your life is your own affair.
His illness accounts for his absence.
His illness accounts for his absence.
We'll take our holiday sometime in August.
We'll take our holiday sometime in August.
Something must be done about it.
Something must be done about it.
Turn right at the next crossing.
Turn right at the next crossing.
I'm always confused with S and TH.
I'm always confused with S and TH.
Hello, how are you doing?
Hello, how are you doing?
How much does that typewriter weigh?
How much does that typewriter weigh?
He has a sense of humor.
He has a sense of humor.
It was a lazy, breezy autumn afternoon.
It was a lazy, breezy autumn afternoon.
I wish I knew my neighbor.
I wish I knew my neighbor.
I would rather stay at home alone.
I would rather stay at home alone.
Yes, I have your eraser, too.
Yes, I have your eraser, too.
How thick is the ice here?
How thick is the ice here?
What's the purpose of your visit?
What's the purpose of your visit?
Thanks for your good service.
Thanks for your good service.
She teaches foreign students Chinese.
She teaches foreign students Chinese.
Is there anything you would like?
Is there anything you would like?
We are all in favor of this plan.
We are all in favor of this plan.
You should look at it yourself.
You should look at it yourself.
Car manufacturers are having a bad time.
Car manufacturers are having a bad time.
What will you wear for the party?
What will you wear for the party?
She's a widow. Her husband died last year.
She's a widow. Her husband died last year.
I'll walk you to the door.
I'll walk you to the door.
Please push the ladder against the wall.
Please push the ladder against the wall.
There is a shower in the bathroom.
There is a shower in the bathroom.
The accident was caused by human error.
The accident was caused by human error.
He was efficient in his work.
He was efficient in his work.
We should save unnecessary expenses.
We should save unnecessary expenses.
He tricked me. I hate him.
He tricked me. I hate him.
It's too good to be true.
It's too good to be true.
That's just what I was thinking.
That's just what I was thinking.
He led them down the mountain.
He led them down the mountain.
I can't believe you're never.
I can't believe you're never.
Can't you do anything right?
Can't you do anything right?
He came here 2 years ago.
He came here 2 years ago.
She will certainly remain single.
She will certainly remain single.
Jalu has forgotten falling off his bicycle.
Jalu has forgotten falling off his bicycle.
How is the weather today?
How is the weather today?
Somebody is always complaining to others.
Somebody is always complaining to others.
My favorite winter sport is skiing.
My favorite winter sport is skiing.
You can never turn the clock back.
You can never turn the clock back.
Her handbag goes with her clothes.
Her handbag goes with her clothes.
What's the price of that electric iron?
What's the price of that electric iron?
Give me a definite answer, please.
Give me a definite answer, please.
I leave the office at 7.
I leave the office at 7.
Can you calm down a bit?
Can you calm down a bit?
Africa is a mysterious land to him.
Africa is a mysterious land to him.
I can easily finish this work today.
I can easily finish this work today.
There is no doubt about it.
There is no doubt about it.
Yes, and I took many pictures.
Yes, and I took many pictures.
Don't be uneasy about the consequence.
Don't be uneasy about the consequence.
I'm interested in buying a new car.
I'm interested in buying a new car.
Wake me up at 5:30.
Wake me up at 5:30.
He fell behind with his work.
He fell behind with his work.
She feared staying alone in the farmhouse.
She feared staying alone in the farmhouse.
Don't you think it's too formal?
Don't you think it's too formal?
Can I have a day off?
Can I have a day off?
Please fetch a chair from another room.
Please fetch a chair from another room.
What were you doing when I called?
What were you doing when I called?
The walls are 3 inches thick.
The walls are 3 inches thick.
He gave me some good advice.
He gave me some good advice.
Where can we make the insurance claim?
Where can we make the insurance claim?
Let's go for a walk, shall we?
Let's go for a walk, shall we?
I get to my office at 10:30.
I get to my office at 10:30.
Talking with you is a pleasure.
Talking with you is a pleasure.
There is nothing I can do.
There is nothing I can do.
I can do nothing but that.
I can do nothing but that.
In a word, I am tired of everything.
In a word, I am tired of everything.
Does anybody share David's opinion?
Does anybody share David's opinion?
Have you seen Mr. Smith recently?
Have you seen Mr. Smith recently?
What do you think? Is that right?
What do you think? Is that right?
Some people have compared books to friends.
Some people have compared books to friends.
What kind of newspapers do you read?
What kind of newspapers do you read?
We don't go dancing very often.
We don't go dancing very often.
Mr. Smith is in charge of this class.
Mr. Smith is in charge of this class.
Will you go shopping with me?
Will you go shopping with me?
I fear that he drinks too much.
I fear that he drinks too much.
These are your books, aren't they?
These are your books, aren't they?
My brother is seeking a job.
My brother is seeking a job.
You should have studied much harder.
You should have studied much harder.
The test finished. We began our holiday.
The test finished. We began our holiday.
I felt no regret for it.
I felt no regret for it.
The sea sparkled in the sunlight.
The sea sparkled in the sunlight.
Do you have a book?
Do you have a book?
I was 30 on my last birthday.
I was 30 on my last birthday.
How can you say that?
How can you say that?
The editor overlooked a print error.
The editor overlooked a print error.
I want to have a part-time job.
I want to have a part-time job.
The stars are too far away.
The stars are too far away.
He aims to be a successful writer.
He aims to be a successful writer.
Please wrap this for me.
Please wrap this for me.
I went there 3 days ago.
I went there 3 days ago.
The teacher got a little angry.
The teacher got a little angry.
I'll rip him apart with my hands.
I'll rip him apart with my hands.
Just my shirt and jeans.
Just my shirt and jeans.
Yes, I am. No, I'm not.
Yes, I am. No, I'm not.
I'm looking forward to a prompt reply.
I'm looking forward to a prompt reply.
Yes, he speaks English perfectly.
Yes, he speaks English perfectly.
Can you recognize that woman, Mary?
Can you recognize that woman, Mary?
The price just covers the cost.
The price just covers the cost.
There are mice in Mrs. Lee's kitchen.
There are mice in Mrs. Lee's kitchen.
Their interest is listening to others.
Their interest is listening to others.
Could I have the bill, please?
Could I have the bill, please?
Just look at what you've done.
Just look at what you've done.
The place is too stony for farming.
The place is too stony for farming.
No, it isn't apostrophe T. It's a bus.
No, it isn't apostrophe T. It's a bus.
These are mine, and those are yours.
These are mine, and those are yours.
Why don't you attend an aerobic class?
Why don't you attend an aerobic class?
No. I live in my own house.
No. I live in my own house.
What's the meaning of this?
What's the meaning of this?
She was injured badly in the accident.
She was injured badly in the accident.
The damage was caused by external forces.
The damage was caused by external forces.
I expect to be there this evening.
I expect to be there this evening.
He is the happiest man alive.
He is the happiest man alive.
You may have heard of birth control.
You may have heard of birth control.
What color is your book?
What color is your book?
You pay at the cashier over there.
You pay at the cashier over there.
Hello. Nice to meet you.
Hello. Nice to meet you.
What you said was quite true.
What you said was quite true.
You'd better look before you leap.
You'd better look before you leap.
What a beautiful garden you have.
What a beautiful garden you have.
The question will be settled tonight.
The question will be settled tonight.
Hi, Jack, where do you live now?
Hi, Jack, where do you live now?
She really wishes her clock had rung.
She really wishes her clock had rung.
Being a mother is not easy.
Being a mother is not easy.
Words can't express what I felt then.
Words can't express what I felt then.
What would you like to eat?
What would you like to eat?
He was trained to be a lawyer.
He was trained to be a lawyer.
I've got a pain in my back.
I've got a pain in my back.
I can't make this machine run properly.
I can't make this machine run properly.
You may choose whatever you like.
You may choose whatever you like.
What can I do for you?
What can I do for you?
Would you like a cup of tea?
Would you like a cup of tea?
He is still a boy after all.
He's still a boy after all.
I wish you wouldn't go this way.
I wish you wouldn't go this way.
You look elegant in that dress.
You look elegant in that dress.
I'm very pleased with your work.
I'm very pleased with your work.
I like Shakespeare better than Milton.
I like Shakespeare better than Milton.
You have a good sense of humor.
You have a good sense of humor.
The price includes postage charges.
The price includes postage charges.
Hi, Joe, is it really you?
Hi, Joe, is it really you?
What's your plan for the summer holiday?
What's your plan for the summer holiday?
Sigh. He doesn't even know I'm alive.
Sigh. He doesn't even know I'm alive.
How peaceful and beautiful the country is.
How peaceful and beautiful the country is.
We enjoyed ourselves very much.
We enjoyed ourselves very much.
We look forward to your visit.
We look forward to your visit.
Please give me your frank opinion.
Please give me your frank opinion.
It's a once-in-a-lifetime chance.
It's a once-in-a-lifetime chance.
The secret was spread among the crowd.
The secret was spread among the crowd.
Do you have anything to declare?
Do you have anything to declare?
So I just take what I want.
So I just take what I want.
Beyond all questions, you are right.
Beyond all questions, you are right.
I'd like to repair our differences.
I'd like to repair our differences.
What size shoes do you wear?
What size shoes do you wear?
How often do you go swimming?
How often do you go swimming?
Jack is up and about now.
Jack is up and about now.
Don't you have my hat?
Don't you have my hat?
Did you have a good day today?
Did you have a good day today?
Can you swim across the river?
Can you swim across the river?
He is only about 5 feet high.
He is only about 5 feet high.
Does the computer ever make a mistake?
Does the computer ever make a mistake?
I'd like to make a reservation.
I'd like to make a reservation.
Hello, welcome to Shenyang.
Hello, welcome to Shenyang.
Mr. Smith is still in his 50s.
Mr. Smith is still in his 50s.
Could you introduce me to her?
Could you introduce me to her?
Learning English is like building a house.
Learning English is like building a house.
I don't like what you are saying.
I don't like what you are saying.
Could you take a picture for me?
Could you take a picture for me?
Are your grandparents still alive?
Are your grandparents still alive?
Their answers are exactly the same.
Their answers are exactly the same.
Shall we go to the cinema?
Shall we go to the cinema?
Ice cream is popular among children.
Ice cream is popular among children.
I'll have to see about that.
I'll have to see about that.
I had a shot of penicillin.
I had a shot of penicillin.
The sudden barking frightened Clara.
The sudden barking frightened Clara.
He is capable of any crime.
He is capable of any crime.
We talked about a lot of things.
We talked about a lot of things.
Let us do it by ourselves, will you?
Let us do it by ourselves, will you?
That suit looks very good on you.
That suit looks very good on you.
Most of them are less than 30.
Most of them are less than 30.
Certainly. You're absolutely right about that.
Certainly. You're absolutely right about that.
How much does this cost?
How much does this cost?
This one cannot compare with that one.
This one cannot compare with that one.
Let me put it this way.
Let me put it this way.
Yes, I had breakfast 2 hours ago.
Yes, I had breakfast 2 hours ago.
But she doesn't have much experience.
But she doesn't have much experience.
Turn right at the next corner.
Turn right at the next corner.
I eat dinner at about 7 o'clock.
I eat dinner at about 7 o'clock.
I get up at 8 every morning.
I get up at 8 every morning.
I am most attracted by Dickens.
I am most attracted by Dickens.
How many languages do you speak?
How many languages do you speak?
He speaks French with an American accent.
He speaks French with an American accent.
He resolved to give up smoking.
He resolved to give up smoking.
Great. Then we can drink beer together.
Great. Then we can drink beer together.
I heard she got married last week.
I heard she got married last week.
How will you spend the evening?
How will you spend the evening?
You are out of your mind.
You are out of your mind.
I get up at 6 o'clock.
I get up at 6 o'clock.
Enough is as good as a feast.
Enough is as good as a feast.
Sorry, Mr. Green can't see you now.
Sorry, Mr. Green can't see you now.
Let's see what else is on.
Let's see what else is on.
Where did you go yesterday?
Where did you go yesterday?
Think carefully before you act.
Think carefully before you act.
I lost the door key about here.
I lost the door key about here.
May I try this on?
May I try this on?
I have no idea about it.
I have no idea about it.
It's time you went to bed.
It's time you went to bed.
Have you ever been to Japan?
Have you ever been to Japan?
Can you give me a wake-up call?
Can you give me a wake-up call?
I don't think it's 4 o'clock yet.
I don't think it's 4 o'clock yet.
The flowers make the room more beautiful.
The flowers make the room more beautiful.
Patience is a mark of confidence.
Patience is a mark of confidence.
If I were in your shoes.
If I were in your shoes.
Draw your chair up to the table.
Draw your chair up to the table.
Put your books down on the table.
Put your books down on the table.
What channel are you watching now?
What channel are you watching now?
Can I take a rain check?
Can I take a rain check?
Please pick up those cups and saucers.
Please pick up those cups and saucers.
Hi, Ann. Nice to see you again.
Hi, Ann. Nice to see you again.
There is a call for you.
There is a call for you.
Take these books home with you tonight.
Take these books home with you tonight.
Let me see your driver's license, please.
Let me see your driver's license, please.
I don't like wearing the uniform.
I don't like wearing the uniform.
Would you like to leave a message?
Would you like to leave a message?
The capital of my country ID Beijing.
The capital of my country ID Beijing.
I'll be back in 5 days.
I'll be back in 5 days.
Yes, and you may stay there longer.
Yes, and you may stay there longer.
No, it's just over there.
No, it's just over there.
Does your computer have a modem?
Does your computer have a modem?
Who do you think you are?
Who do you think you are?
What do you think of it?
What do you think of it?
In my opinion, that's an excellent idea.
In my opinion, that's an excellent idea.
We'll be on time, won't we?
We'll be on time, won't we?
Don't keep the truth from me.
Don't keep the truth from me.
Can you cut me a deal?
Can you cut me a deal?
Those aren't your pens, are they?
Those aren't your pens, are they?
I don't have a phonograph, either.
I don't have a phonograph, either.
How long have you been married?
How long have you been married?
Come to see me whenever you like.
Come to see me whenever you like.
She must be a model, isn't?
She must be a model, isn't?
Can you lend me $5?
Can you lend me $5?
2 or 3 of them look familiar.
2 or 3 of them look familiar.
May I ask you a question?
May I ask you a question?
I finished my work at 6 p.m.
I finished my work at 6 p.m.
Yes, please. I want an apple.
Yes, please. I want an apple.
The boy was too nervous to speak.
The boy was too nervous to speak.
What beautiful trees those are.
What beautiful trees those are.
What do you desire me to do?
What do you desire me to do?
He plays violin just for enjoyment.
He plays violin just for enjoyment.
The 2 brothers look very much alike.
The 2 brothers look very much alike.
This is only the first half.
This is only the first half.
There are only 2 minutes left.
There are only 2 minutes left.
Where's the restroom, please?
Where is the restroom, please?
The school is just around the corner.
The school is just around the corner.
Women demand equal pay for equal work.
Women demand equal pay for equal work.
Shall we ask Betty to join us?
Shall we ask Betty to join us?
It's room 201 on the 2nd floor.
It's room 201 on the 2nd floor.
I've changed my mind.
I've changed my mind.
How long have they been married?
How long have they been married?
I want to see the weather.
I want to see the weather.
Yes, I lost my pet cat yesterday.
Yes, I lost my pet cat yesterday.
Susan is going to finish college.
Susan is going to finish college.
Spring is the best season here.
Spring is the best season here.
Yes. You'd better take a bus.
Yes. You'd better take a bus.
He will do anything but work.
He will do anything but work.
I read a magazine in bed.
I read a magazine in bed.
I think you have the wrong number.
I think you have the wrong number.
I'd say you're about 23.
I'd say you're about 23.
I've had enough of your garbage.
I've had enough of your garbage.
She is very well, thank you.
She is very well, thank you.
I am busy. How is your business?
I am busy. How is your business?
Mr. Jones can speak French pretty well.
Mr. Jones can speak French pretty well.
Let's watch TV with a candle on.
Let's watch TV with a candle on.
You've got a point there.
You've got a point there.
What's the point of going to college?
What's the point of going to college?
I asked him if he spoke English.
I asked him if he spoke English.
I don't know what time it is.
I don't know what time it is.
That sounds like a good idea.
That sounds like a good idea.
Mr. Green, Mr. Smith is here.
Mr. Green, Mr. Smith is here.
Kill two birds with one stone.
Kill two birds with one stone.
John and I are old friends.
John and I are old friends.
What will you do about it?
What will you do about it?
Her family are all music lovers.
Her family are all music lovers.
Who will accompany you to the airport?
Who will accompany you to the airport?
What will you do during this weekend?
What will you do during this weekend?
My father is over 60 years old.
My father is over 60 years old.
Channel 5 is off the air now.
Channel 5 is off the air now.
I asked the teacher for her advice.
I asked the teacher for her advice.
It appears to be a true story.
It appears to be a true story.
I like listening to pop music.
I like listening to pop music.
You shouldn't have done that.
You shouldn't have done that.
They are paid by the hour.
They are paid by the hour.
How long have you studied English?
How long have you studied English?
I'm looking for a part-time job.
I'm looking for a part-time job.
My watch is faster than yours.
My watch is faster than yours.
He is in his everyday clothes.
He is in his everyday clothes.
We all know each other pretty well.
We all know each other pretty well.
Where did you go for dinner yesterday?
Where did you go for dinner yesterday?
It's a secret between you and me.
It's a secret between you and me.
I put myself entirely in your hands.
I put myself entirely in your hands.
You speak English pretty well.
You speak English pretty well.
I want to see the film again.
I want to see the film again.
Are your neighbors very friendly?
Are your neighbors very friendly?
Who is the guy over there?
Who is the guy over there?
Have you heard the weather forecast?
Have you heard the weather forecast?
This is Tom. He's my classmate.
This is Tom. He's my classmate.
Did you see the special last night?
Did you see the special last night?
The blouse no longer fits me.
The blouse no longer fits me.
Good morning, afternoon, evening.
Good morning, afternoon, evening.
Walt invented the steam engine.
Walt invented the steam engine.
You have a lot of nerve.
You have a lot of nerve.
Actions speak louder than words.
Actions speak louder than words.
May I leave a message?
May I leave a message?
The sun rose above the horizon.
The sun rose above the horizon.
How long have you lived here?
How long have you lived here?
The houses downtown are very expensive.
The houses downtown are very expensive.
Which of your arms is sore?
Which of your arms is sore?
My brother has a bad headache.
My brother has a bad headache.
It's rude to stare at other people.
It's rude to stare at other people.
Which foot hurts? Is it the left one?
Which foot hurts? Is it the left one?
Don't give me your shit.
Don't give me your shit.
Wouldn't you like some coffee?
Wouldn't you like some coffee?
Call me tomorrow if you have time.
Call me tomorrow if you have time.
How did you enjoy the concert?
How did you enjoy the concert?
I'd like to get this film developed.
I'd like to get this film developed.
He was born in New York.
He was born in New York.
What are you doing next week?
What are you doing next week?
Mary is in her freshman year.
Mary is in her freshman year.
It's nothing to be surprised about.
It's nothing to be surprised about.
There are always two sides to everything.
There are always two sides to everything.
It'll probably clear up this afternoon.
It'll probably clear up this afternoon.
I'm 2 years older than you are.
I'm 2 years older than you are.
I'll furnish my house with furniture.
I'll furnish my house with furniture.
I start work at 8 o'clock.
I start work at 8 o'clock.
We often call him by his nickname.
We often call him by his nickname.
Are you a native speaker of English?
Are you a native speaker of English?
Nobody has ever solved this problem.
Nobody has ever solved this problem.
All characters in the book are imaginary.
All characters in the book are imaginary.
I'm thinking about a visit to Paris.
I'm thinking about a visit to Paris.
You have a very successful business.
You have a very successful business.
I am so sorry about this.
I am so sorry about this.
Where did you grow up?
Where did you grow up?
What's your first impression of Shenyang?
What's your first impression of Shenyang?
Hurry, or else you'll be late.
Hurry, or else you'll be late.
What you need is just rest.
What you need is just rest.
A small glass of whiskey, please.
A small glass of whiskey, please.
I don't feel very well this morning.
I don't feel very well this morning.
Whoever comes will be welcomed.
Whoever comes will be welcomed.
Mrs. Jones, this is Mr. John Smith.
Mrs. Jones, this is Mr. John Smith.
You are always welcome to our house.
You are always welcome to our house.
My grandfather got married in 1921.
My grandfather got married in 1921.
My country is rich in natural resources.
My country is rich in natural resources.
He is heavily insured against death.
He is heavily insured against death.
Where do you want to meet?
Where do you want to meet?
I was alone in the classroom.
I was alone in the classroom.
Has he studied French very long?
Has he studied French very long?
He had a good many friends here.
He had a good many friends here.
He drives more carefully than you.
He drives more carefully than you.
Which one is Mr. Jamie's office?
Which one is Mr. Jamie's office?
Do you have a room available?
Do you have a room available?
It's a long way from here.
It's a long way from here.
Your niece is engaged, isn't she?
Your niece is engaged, isn't she?
He was not a little tired.
He was not a little tired.
There are several errors in the input.
There are several errors in the input.
Mr. Smith is still in his 40s.
Mr. Smith is still in his 40s.
Do you still remember that Christmas?
Do you still remember that Christmas?
Do you get much rain in summer?
Do you get much rain in summer?
He can run as fast as Jim.
He can run as fast as Jim.
Get out of my face.
Get out of my face.
Can you give me some feedback?
Can you give me some feedback?
Will you do me a favor?
Will you do me a favor?
Don't forget to keep in touch.
Don't forget to keep in touch.
He has known me for over 10 years.
He's known me for over 10 years.
There's TV coverage of the NBA tournament.
There's TV coverage of the NBA tournament.
I feel like having some dumplings.
I feel like having some dumplings.
I particularly like English literature.
I particularly like English literature.
I'm from out of town.
I'm from out of town.
I have an account with Midland Bank.
I have an account with Midland Bank.
I'd like to look at some sweaters.
I'd like to look at some sweaters.
Give my best to your family.
Give my best to your family.
A wet road is usually slippery.
A wet road is usually slippery.
He phoned to cancel the meeting.
He phoned to cancel the meeting.
I have an interview this afternoon.
I have an interview this afternoon.
He invited me to dinner yesterday.
He invited me to dinner yesterday.
I'm fed up with my work.
I'm fed up with my work.
What do you think of their skill?
What do you think of their skill?
My watch is 2 minutes fast.
My watch is 2 minutes fast.
He covered himself with a quilt.
He covered himself with a quilt.
I wish you a good journey.
I wish you a good journey.
John asked Grace to marry him.
John asked Grace to marry him.
Please count the chairs in that room.
Please count the chairs in that room.
The room echoed with their happy laughter.
The room echoed with their happy laughter.
Oh, really? I'm moving there too.
Oh, really? I'm moving there too.
That's just what I was looking for.
That's just what I was looking for.
What do you do for relaxation?
What do you do for relaxation?
I think you're mistaken about that.
I think you're mistaken about that.
Can I have a word with you?
Can I have a word with you?
You're suffering from an allergy?
You're suffering from an allergy?
Don't give me your attitude.
Don't give me your attitude.
I finish working at 5:45 p.m.
I finish working at 5:45 p.m.
All right. I'll take it.
All right. I'll take it.
I'll keep that in mind.
I'll keep that in mind.
How much does the elephant weigh?
How much does the elephant weigh?
My book has a dark blue cover.
My book has a dark blue cover.
I think I've caught a cold.
I think I've caught a cold.
That was my last one, too.
That was my last one, too.
You can either stay or leave.
You can either stay or leave.
I haven't seen you for ages.
I haven't seen you for ages.
Nice to see you, my old friend.
Nice to see you, my old friend.
He has 15 workers in his employ.
He has 15 workers in his employ.
Pile the hay in the corner.
Pile the hay in the corner.
I answer telephones and do some typing.
I answer telephones and do some typing.
He is respectful to his elders.
He is respectful to his elders.
I can't take you anymore.
I can't take you anymore.
Let's divide the cake into 3.
Let's divide the cake into 3.
I don't think you are right.
I don't think you are right.
The sweater is of good quality.
The sweater is of good quality.
Have you had breakfast already?
Have you had breakfast already?
Where do you have your lunch?
Where do you have your lunch?
Our school covers 100 square meters.
Our school covers 100 square meters.
How did you break your leg?
How did you break your leg?
I'd like a bowl of tomato soup, please.
I'd like a bowl of tomato soup, please.
Don't talk to me like that.
Don't talk to me like that.
Please call me before you come.
Please call me before you come.
Did you get dressed?
Did you get dressed?
Hello, may I speak to Bill?
Hello, may I speak to Bill?
I'm not going to kid you.
I'm not going to kid you.
I want to hear your opinion.
I want to hear your opinion.
He is a very creative student.
He is a very creative student.
You'll be on air in 2 minutes.
You'll be on air in 2 minutes.
I was at home all afternoon.
I was at home all afternoon.
We are divided in our opinions.
We are divided in our opinions.
Why did you stay at home?
Why did you stay at home?
What are you thinking about?
What are you thinking about?
I want to reserve a room.
I want to reserve a room.
I was taking care of Sally.
I was taking care of Sally.
What time do you start work?
What time do you start work?
How are you doing these days?
How are you doing these days?
My parents got married in 1954.
My parents got married in 1954.
You get what you pay for.
You get what you pay for.
I was just about to call you.
I was just about to call you.
These things happen all the time.
These things happen all the time.
Please pour this milk into that glass.
Please pour this milk into that glass.
Get the hell out of here.
Get the hell out of here.
Good try, but not quite right.
Good try, but not quite right.
I'm sure we'll have a good time.
I'm sure we'll have a good time.
They rode their respective bikes.
They rode their respective bikes.
Sorry, can I see her before Friday?
Sorry, can I see her before Friday?
I usually get up at 8 o'clock.
I usually get up at 8 o'clock.
I want to rent a furnished house.
I want to rent a furnished house.
Just to be on the safe side.
just to be on the safe side.
Take off your hat. It doesn't fit.
Take off your hat. It doesn't fit.
Our team beat their team yesterday.
Our team beat their team yesterday.
She's free on Friday and Saturday.
She's free on Friday and Saturday.
There was a notice in the supermarket.
There was a notice in the supermarket.
The Chinese eat with chopsticks.
The Chinese eat with chopsticks.
What is your aim in life?
What is your aim in life?
That street is only 2 miles long.
That street is only 2 miles long.
Would you wait here for a minute?
Would you wait here for a minute?
May I pay by credit card?
May I pay by credit card?
What's the shape of your balloon?
What's the shape of your balloon?
I read the newspaper over breakfast.
I read the newspaper over breakfast.
We bicycled along, singing loudly.
We bicycled along, singing loudly.
Don't you dare come back again.
Don't you dare come back again.
The machines will not operate properly.
The machines will not operate properly.
Here is a call for you.
Here is a call for you.
I'm considering buying a house.
I'm considering buying a house.
May I know the quantity you require?
May I know the quantity you require?
People enjoyed the stamps very much.
People enjoyed the stamps very much.
How long is the ride?
How long is the ride?
Lots of people like stamp collecting.
Lots of people like stamp collecting.
I'm Mr. Smith's next door neighbor.
I'm Mr. Smith's next door neighbor.
What did you talk about?
What did you talk about?
There isn't any water in the bottle.
There isn't any water in the bottle.
Mr. Smith left for London after breakfast.
Mr. Smith left for London after breakfast.
I don't remember where I was then.
I don't remember where I was then.
His previous attempts had been unsuccessful.
His previous attempts had been unsuccessful.
He has been sick for 3 weeks.
He has been sick for 3 weeks.
He grew weak in after years.
He grew weak in after years.
I don't know the exact date.
I don't know the exact date.
It's too early for getting up.
It's too early for getting up.
His boss might get angry with him.
His boss might get angry with him.
It's just what I had in mind.
It's just what I had in mind.
What about having a pizza first?
What about having a pizza first?
I don't know what to do.
I don't know what to do.
She lost a handkerchief edged with blue.
She lost a handkerchief edged with blue.
Where were you yesterday afternoon?
Where were you yesterday afternoon?
I'm not doing anything right now.
I'm not doing anything right now.
For here or to go?
For here or to go?
What size suitcase do you own?
What size suitcase do you own?
Can I pay by credit card?
Can I pay by credit card?
He hasn't answered my letter yet.
He hasn't answered my letter yet.
I want a cup of coffee.
I want a cup of coffee.
Once you begin, you must continue.
Once you begin, you must continue.
I owe you for my dinner.
I owe you for my dinner.
He inspected the car for defects.
He inspected the car for defects.
How often do you eat out?
How often do you eat out?
Money is no more than our servant.
Money is no more than our servant.
After I get home, I'll call you.
After I get home, I'll call you.
It's my duty to help you.
It's my duty to help you.
What's the capital of your country?
What's the capital of your country?
You will have to wait and see.
You will have to wait and see.
Please fill in this application form.
Please fill in this application form.
I feel like eating an ice cream.
I feel like eating an ice cream.
Will you accept my advice?
Will you accept my advice?
I haven't even touched your tooth yet.
I haven't even touched your tooth yet.
I don't want to see your face.
I don't want to see your face.
Come in and make yourself at home.
Come in and make yourself at home.
You can't live on bread alone.
You can't live on bread alone.
He is acting an old man.
He is acting an old man.
I have been putting on weight.
I have been putting on weight.
She refuses to make up her mind.
She refuses to make up her mind.
What was the weather like yesterday?
What was the weather like yesterday?
He said he spoke a little English.
He said he spoke a little English.
He is the youngest in the family.
He's the youngest in the family.
Are your grandparents still living?
Are your grandparents still living?
Where can I make a phone call?
Where can I make a phone call?
I'd like to deposit some money.
I'd like to deposit some money.
You are not allowed to smoke here.
You are not allowed to smoke here.
Do you have any more colors?
Do you have any more colors?
He made a successful career in business.
He made a successful career in business.
It's very kind of you.
It's very kind of you.
I went to bed at 11:30 p.m.
I went to bed at 11:30 p.m.
What are your plans for the weekend?
What are your plans for the weekend?
I've lived here for 5 years.
I've lived here for 5 years.
Does your friend speak English?
Does your friend speak English?
I plan to go to the concert.
I plan to go to the concert.
No, I'm listening to the radio.
No, I'm listening to the radio.
I hope I'm not bothering you.
I hope I'm not bothering you.
There are 5 people in my family.
There are 5 people in my family.
What month is next month?
What month is next month?
Is that lady a student?
Is that lady a student?
The book is protected by copyright.
The book is protected by copyright.
I do want to see him now.
I do want to see him now.
Are you going to have a party?
Are you going to have a party?
Is it far from here?
Is it far from here?
Mr. Smith taught English at a school.
Mr. Smith taught English at a school.
How late are you open?
How late are you open?
Tony speaks English and he plays tennis.
Tony speaks English and he plays tennis.
How long have you had it?
How long have you had it?
I must have dialed the wrong number.
I must have dialed the wrong number.
Hello. May I speak to Mr. Green?
Hello. May I speak to Mr. Green?
True and false have opposite meanings.
True and false have opposite meanings.
There is a bridge over the river.
There is a bridge over the river.
Yes, she lives just across the street.
Yes, she lives just across the street.
This dress is made of silk, isn't it?
This dress is made of silk, isn't it?
You look as if you didn't care.
You look as if you didn't care.
After I get dressed, I'll have breakfast.
After I get dressed, I'll have breakfast.
Thank you, but I'm just looking.
Thank you, but I'm just looking.
I'll go skiing if the weather permits.
I'll go skiing if the weather permits.
You should take advantage of it.
You should take advantage of it.
We are all busy with work.
We are all busy with work.
Excuse me. Where is number 5 Street?
Excuse me. Where is number 5 Street?
Lying and stealing are immoral.
Lying and stealing are immoral.
I'm thinking of going to my grandma's.
I'm thinking of going to my grandma's.
They will arrive in half an hour.
They will arrive in half an hour.
Storms make trees take deeper roots.
Storms make trees take deeper roots.
Does John have a yellow pencil?
Does John have a yellow pencil?
What time do you finish your work?
What time do you finish your work?
I don't know anything about that.
I don't know anything about that.
When did you buy the car?
When did you buy the car?
When did you get up yesterday morning?
When did you get up yesterday morning?
Do you know what's on tonight?
Do you know what's on tonight?
Whatever I said, he'd disagree.
Whatever I said, he'd disagree.
That nation is famous for its tourism.
That nation is famous for its tourism.
My phone was out of order.
My phone was out of order.
They had a baby last month.
They had a baby last month.
I'm taking Chinese and history.
I'm taking Chinese and history.
How about going to a movie?
How about going to a movie?
I'm going by air. I like flying.
I'm going by air. I like flying.
I will seek from my doctor's advice.
I will seek from my doctor's advice.
It's really hard to make a decision.
It's really hard to make a decision.
Does this radio belong to you?
Does this radio belong to you?
I have the right to know.
I have the right to know.
I'm thinking of quitting the job.
I'm thinking of quitting the job.
How have you been these years?
How have you been these years?
I would like to take this one.
I would like to take this one.
What a boring movie it is.
What a boring movie it is.
My brother is not quite 25.
My brother is not quite 25.
Could I have those 2 tickets, please?
Could I have those 2 tickets, please?
I'm very glad to hear that.
I'm very glad to hear that.
John has his own family now.
John has his own family now.
Let's talk about something else.
Let's talk about something else.
We get to London this afternoon.
We get to London this afternoon.
None of us is afraid of difficulties.
None of us is afraid of difficulties.
He has a passion for literature.
He has a passion for literature.
I'll work for the next 5 days.
I'll work for the next 5 days.
This work itself is very easy.
This work itself is very easy.
Hi, Lucy. I'll take French and economics.
Hi, Lucy. I'll take French and economics.
After I get dressed, I have breakfast.
After I get dressed, I have breakfast.
We have a lot in common.
We have a lot in common.
She's been living there since her birth.
She's been living there since her birth.
Who is that over there?
Who is that over there?
Please excuse my bad handwriting.
Please excuse my bad handwriting.
You can call me anytime.
You can call me anytime.
You may take either of the roads.
You may take either of the roads.
2 heads are better than 1.
2 heads are better than 1.
I don't want to hear it.
I don't want to hear it.
He can't decide what to do.
He can't decide what to do.
He has a radio, doesn't he?
He has a radio, doesn't he?
We're trying to plan our future.
We're trying to plan our future.
I have something to tell you.
I have something to tell you.
He knows English better than I.
He knows English better than I.
What do you think about this poem?
What do you think about this poem?
I like the shape of that table.
I like the shape of that table.
He is tough, but I am even tougher.
He is tough, but I am even tougher.
Time is more valuable than money.
Time is more valuable than money.
You should learn these words by heart.
You should learn these words by heart.
It has become much cooler.
It has become much cooler.
I can express myself in good English.
I can express myself in good English.
I appreciate John's helping in time.
I appreciate John's helping in time.
He spent all his time reading.
He spent all his time reading.
I've got to start working out.
I've got to start working out.
I have nothing to do with it.
I have nothing to do with it.
Last month was December, wasn't it?
Last month was December, wasn't it?
Why not go out for a walk?
Why not go out for a walk?
To be honest with you, I'm 20.
To be honest with you, I'm 20.
Get out of my life.
Get out of my life.
How long have you stayed there?
How long have you stayed there?
Please bring me those magazines.
Please bring me those magazines.
He's good at lifting weights.
He's good at lifting weights.
I have a large collection of CDs.
I have a large collection of CDs.
You were here in February, weren't you?
You were here in February, weren't you?
There are 8 students in the classroom.
There are 8 students in the classroom.
The students declared against cheating.
The students declared against cheating.
I can't take it anymore.
I can't take it anymore.
I doubt that I'll do anything tomorrow.
I doubt that I'll do anything tomorrow.
No, it isn't apostrophe t./yes, it is.
No, it isn't apostrophe t./yes, it is.
Can this radio receive shortwave?
Can this radio receive shortwave?
Brevity is the soul of wit.
Brevity is the soul of wit.
Would you like something to drink?
Would you like something to drink?
Please say hello to your family.
Please say hello to your family.
The two lines cut across each other.
The two lines cut across each other.
He found my lecture interesting.
He found my lecture interesting.
Yes, I got dressed and had breakfast.
Yes, I got dressed and had breakfast.
Hello. Glad to see you.
Hello. Glad to see you.
The eggs are sold by the dozen.
The eggs are sold by the dozen.
Will you stay there for long?
Will you stay there for long?
I cooked breakfast for the family.
I cooked breakfast for the family.
I only had time to visit Edinburgh.
I only had time to visit Edinburgh.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
The train arrived at exactly 8 o'clock.
The train arrived at exactly 8 o'clock.
I'm always at home in the evenings.
I'm always at home in the evenings.
He is looking for a job.
He is looking for a job.
He answered almost all of my questions.
He answered almost all of my questions.
He walks with a quick pace.
He walks with a quick pace.
He is a terrible man when he's angry.
He's a terrible man when he's angry.
The party is making too much noise.
The party is making too much noise.
Does his film appeal to you?
Does his film appeal to you?
You look nice in that color.
You look nice in that color.
What will you do this weekend?
What will you do this weekend?
The Christmas tree is gorgeous.
The Christmas tree is gorgeous.
Are you insane?
Are you insane?
When are you off to?
When are you off to?
He looks much younger than he is.
He looks much younger than he is.
I'll call the roll before class.
I'll call the roll before class.
He ran his horse up the hill.
He ran his horse up the hill.
I'd like to see a doctor.
I'd like to see a doctor.
They charged the fault on him.
They charged the fault on him.
You two don't have much contact?
You two don't have much contact?
Go right back to the beginning.
Go right back to the beginning.
The doctor examined her carefully.
The doctor examined her carefully.
We're willing to accept your plan.
We're willing to accept your plan.
What's the color of your new dress?
What's the color of your new dress?
She has good taste in clothes.
She has good taste in clothes.
He feels that they are his equals.
He feels that they are his equals.
He was not a bit tired.
He was not a bit tired.
There is some difference between the twins.
There is some difference between the twins.
What's the name of the cat?
What's the name of the cat?
Could you do me a favor?
Could you do me a favor?
Let's take a short break for lunch.
Let's take a short break for lunch.
I'm going to be 61 next Tuesday.
I'm going to be 61 next Tuesday.
Your work seems not satisfactory.
Your work seems not satisfactory.
What's the height of the building?
What's the height of the building?
What a nice day it is.
What a nice day it is.
May I ask you for a dance?
May I ask you for a dance?
Have you ever been to Paris?
Have you ever been to Paris?
I'm not guessing, I really know.
I'm not guessing, I really know.
What color/size/style do you want?
What color/size/style do you want?
We go to bed at 10:30.
We go to bed at 10:30.
My mother mailed me a parcel.
My mother mailed me a parcel.
This question is too complicated for me.
This question is too complicated for me.
She has been collecting stamps.
She has been collecting stamps.
I'm 2 years younger than my sister.
I'm 2 years younger than my sister.
We've been married for 2 years.
We've been married for 2 years.
Finally, I asked him how old he was.
Finally, I asked him how old he was.
There was a murder in London yesterday.
There was a murder in London yesterday.
Let me check your temperature.
Let me check your temperature.
I wish I lived in New York.
I wish I lived in New York.
Would you do me a favor?
Would you do me a favor?
His talk covered many subjects.
His talk covered many subjects.
Your Chinese is really surprising.
Your Chinese is really surprising.
Do you live with your parents?
Do you live with your parents?
What sort of medicine do you take?
What sort of medicine do you take?
Tell me exactly where he is.
Tell me exactly where he is.
You should give it a try.
You should give it a try.
What's the weather like today?
What's the weather like today?
The teams are coming onto the field.
The teams are coming onto the field.
He suddenly appeared in the party.
He suddenly appeared in the party.
Don't waste my time anymore.
Don't waste my time anymore.
He made his way through the forest.
He made his way through the forest.
I was moved. I was touched.
I was moved. I was touched.
You forgot to fasten the collar buttons.
You forgot to fasten the collar buttons.
I think you have very attractive children.
I think you have very attractive children.
What will you do then?
What will you do then?
It's a few minutes after 2.
It's a few minutes after 2.
What did you have for lunch?
What did you have for lunch?
I hate jazz. It's too noisy.
I hate jazz. It's too noisy.
It's 9:15.
It's 9:15.
I put some photographs in the envelope.
I put some photographs in the envelope.
She is poor but quite respectable.
She is poor but quite respectable.
The basketball championship is exciting.
The basketball championship is exciting.
I'm confident you've made the right choice.
I'm confident you've made the right choice.
You can get what you want.
You can get what you want.
In Britain, there are open universities.
In Britain, there are open universities.
I'm sorry to have bothered you.
I'm sorry to have bothered you.
I have juice, toast and coffee for breakfast.
I have juice, toast and coffee for breakfast.
How is her accent in French?
How is her accent in French?
John seldom gets together with his friends.
John seldom gets together with his friends.
He is taller than I by a head.
He is taller than I by a head.
I had my breakfast on the way.
I had my breakfast on the way.
I came here when I was 20.
I came here when I was 20.
Do you know the exact date?
Do you know the exact date?
Hello. Can I see Mr. Green?
Hello. Can I see Mr. Green?
Your English is improving little by little.
Your English is improving little by little.
His conduct has always been above suspicion.
His conduct has always been above suspicion.
I determined that nothing should be changed.
I determined that nothing should be changed.
I can't afford a new car.
I can't afford a new car.
I have some difficulty in expressing myself.
I have some difficulty in expressing myself.
I think I filled in everything correctly.
I think I've filled in everything correctly.
She intends to make teaching her profession.
She intends to make teaching her profession.
I don't have any cash with me.
I don't have any cash with me.
I don't know what time it is.
I don't know what time it is.
What did he say in the letter?
What did he say in the letter?